What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you about how you need to embrace the suck and stop resisting your happiness. Alright, so first off, I do need to apologize because I have not uploaded a video in 2 weeks, and that is not like me. But what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks is getting over being sick. So the day before Thanksgiving, I got the stomach bug. That put me out for about 3 days, and then as soon as I was over that, I got the congested flu symptoms, whatever, cough, all that stuff, and that's been basically lingering for 7 days. And my plan was to obviously upload every Sunday, and I missed 2 Sundays in a row. So I apologize to you viewers out there. That being said, I do got a lot of content coming up. So some of the things you could expect in the upcoming content is I am going to do a full garage gym tour, because a lot of people have been asking that. I'm going to update my morning routine because some things have changed and a couple of you have been asking for that. I'm going to let you guys know what a couple of my challenges and my New Year's resolution goals are going to be. I got a new workout program that I will be releasing also in the upcoming week. So a lot of content coming, but again, I apologize for not uploading for the past 2 weeks because I have been consistent. That being said, let's get into the point of this actual video. And I was thinking about this because I've been getting up consistently at basically 4 o'clock every single morning. And a lot of times when people see that I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're like, that's super early, how do you do that? They say that sucks. And it just made me start thinking, and I've said it before, I think on my Instagram, about how, and I've told my students this, 90%, you can see, obviously, it's a message that I talk about while I'm in class, but it's a message that resonates with me. And I tell my students this all the time, because they're always like, oh, homework sucks, school sucks, I hate doing work. And I said, guys, one of the things I wish I would have learned when I was in high school is to focus on the actual process and tasks that are given to you in high school. I tell my students, I'm not teaching you how to learn math, English, I could care less about that. What I'm teaching you is how to get comfortable embracing the suck. Because 90% of the real world, when you become an adult, 90% of the things you do suck. And a lot of people are like, oh dang, that's a really terrible way to look at it, and it's like super negative. No, it's perspective, okay? And I read this in a book, because I read books, and I forgot what book it was, but it was something that stuck with me because I was like, man, that is so true. And basically what they say in the book is your life is going to be filled with sucky situations, and you have to choose what your sucky situation is. Let me give you an example. For instance, you may be thinking to yourself, you may be in this situation right now. You may be thinking to yourself, man, if I only had a house. Like for instance, the example that they used in the book is if you're in an apartment right now and you're like, man, all my problems will be eliminated and go away if I was able to get this house. Well, then when you get the house, you just change your suckiness and you just change your problems, because now that you got a house, the things that suck now is you have more responsibility, meaning you have to pay mortgage, you have to pay electrical, gas, taxes, property, all that stuff. And then I remember when me and Cassie bought a house, we were in that situation. We were like, man, if we had a house, we'd have our own garage, we'd have our own mailbox, we'd have everything, like our own backyard for us to hang out in, and like we thought it would eliminate problems, but what it really did is you just switch your problems. Like I remember when we got hit with so many bills after bills, and we were like, man, why is it costing so much to get this house? And then for instance, in a house, if something went wrong, we had to fix it. It wasn't like, oh, we just call maintenance and they come and they change it. So we basically just switched our problems, our suckiness, but we chose those ones. And the other example they use is like if you're in a relationship. Like if you're like, man, if I had a relationship or I got into a relationship, all my problems would go away, or I wouldn't feel so lonely, or I wouldn't be depressed. No, that's not true. When you get into a relationship, you just switch your problems. And hear me out, okay? I am super happy in a relationship, but there's problems that come with that relationship. For instance, now that you're in a relationship, you have to keep the relationship. You have to do things in order to keep that relationship. You may have to make sacrifices in that relationship. If you want a healthy relationship, you're going to make sacrifices. Or for instance, if there's an issue and now you have to have a confrontation with that person, that's another sucky problem that you just created because you got into a relationship. So a lot of people will say like, oh, if I have X in my life, then all my problems would go away. And they think once they get X, there will be no suckiness. that's not the case, okay? For instance, let's look at working out, for example, because again, this is all about perspective. So waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning absolutely sucks. There's no way around it, okay? But it's perspective. I see it as being unhealthy would suck, right? If I don't work out and I don't take care of myself, I have problems. I have sucky situations in my life. If I work out, yes, I create more problems of, okay, I gotta wake up early, I gotta watch what I eat, and I'm basically just switching or substituting the suckiness from one problem to another problem. But the thing is with the second option, when I work out, and waking up really sucks, prepping my meals sucks, staying on a healthy diet sucks, going to bed early sucks because you have to work out, all that stuff. There's a lot of suckiness, but I choose that suckiness because it leads to actual happiness. As opposed to if I avoid that, if I say, oh, I don't want to wake up early, I'm going to sleep in, I'm going to eat whatever I want, I want to go hang out with my friends, I want to socialize, that's fun, right? But is it true happiness? And again, it's different for everybody. To me, true happiness is hitting goals, saying what you're going to do, and then following actually through on it, and then living a long, healthy, happy life, feeling good about yourself, mental health, all that stuff. If I avoid working out because I say it sucks, well, then in the long run, I'm resisting happiness. The point that I'm trying to make is in life, there's a lot of situations that suck. And I challenge you, think about your daily routine and what you do every single day. Chances are 90% of it is things you don't want to do, which means you have two options. There's two types of people in this world. There's people that when they see a sucky situation, they do everything they can to avoid it. They complain about it. They blame other people. They go talk about how sucky the situation. And they set themselves up for a world of hurt because they literally are running from 90% of their life and avoiding certain tasks. That's what the average person does. The second person, what they do is they realize that sucky situations are a part of life, and how you respond to them is a lot more important than the actual sucky situation. Meaning, the second person sees a sucky situation, realize, okay, homework sucks, I don't want to do this, I don't want to write this paper. For instance, I got to do a 6 to 8 page paper right now in my master's course. I don't want to do it, but I realize that's a part of what comes with getting my master's. Now, what does getting my master's mean? It means a pay increase. It means that I did something I said I was going to do. It means that I accomplished something. That's the happiness. I'm right behind it. So in order to have that happiness, I got to do the 6 to 8 page paper. In order to have the happiness of looking the way you want to look and feeling the way you want to look because you hit your health goals, well, that's beyond the suckiness. The suckiness is waking up every single day, going to the gym every single day, prepping your food, getting the water intake. That's the sucky situation. But right beyond it is the happiness goal that you're looking at. Relationships, having a fight with your wife is a sucky part. Making sacrifices for your spouse could be a sucky situation. But right beyond that is happiness that leads to an amazing relationship with someone, a best friend that you thought you never would ever have, building a family together. That's that happiness. But even with relationships, people will have a sucky situation, be like, oh, that's it, I don't want to deal with that person anymore, that person's not for me. Why? Because we had a fight. Why? She doesn't communicate. Okay, well, that's the sucky part of the relationship. Do you want a happy, healthy relationship? Then you got to get through that sucky part. Do you want a happy, healthy lifestyle? Then you got to get through that sucky part of working out. Do you want a happy, healthy financial lifestyle of making good money and being able to travel and do things they want? That's the sucky part of the commute. That's the sucky part of working 40 hours, 50 hours a week. That's the sucky part. You can't have the happiness in life if you avoid the sucky part. So there's two types of people. The average person will run from it, blame, victimize themselves. And then the great person, the person you want to be, realizes this is a part of life, doesn't make me a negative person, makes me a realistic person, and how I handle this sucky situation is what separates me from the average person. So ask yourself, which one of the two are you going to be? If you can get used to doing things every single day that just suck, and again, like, I know you're probably thinking, that's a terrible way to look at it, like you're super negative. No, it's perspective. If you expect and realize that suckiness is a part of life, I'm telling you, it makes life a whole lot easier. Because you embrace it. You realize, okay, this is a part of life. I'm not going to sit here and complain and point fingers and play the victim mentality and be like, this isn't fair. I'm going to realize it's like that for everybody. Everybody's in the same situation. How you stand out is whether you embrace the suck, which will lead to your happiness, or you resist the sucky situation and say, I want nothing to do with that. I'm not going to do that because I don't feel like it. And then in the long run, you actually are resisting your happiness, because I am a true believer that beyond the sucky situation, whatever it is, whether it's homework, whether it's that uncomfortable conversation, whether it's a commute to work, whether it's waking up early and working out, I am a true believer that right beyond the sucky situation is your happiness. So if you are constantly avoiding sucky situation, then in all reality, in the long run, you're resisting your happiness. Because although I hate waking up early and it sucks, I feel good when I wake up and I get my workout in. Although I hate eating healthy and, you know, prepping my meals and weighing out all my meals and everything, I love feeling good throughout the day and having energy. As much as I hate having uncomfortable conversations about confronting, whether it be Cassie or people I work with, I like having a strong relationship because we fix that problem. Chances are in your life right now, you're doing things that you hate because it's leading to some type of happiness. You may not like commuting to work every single day, but it gives you a paycheck. It provides for your family. It might be the job that you like. So you chose that suckiness. So every situation that you're going through in life right now, a sucky situation, just realize you chose it. And if you're truly unhappy and it's not leading to your happiness, then I would challenge you to look at another sucky situation. Because what I'm getting at is, if you have a constant feeling of like, once this happens, I will be happier, just realize that there are going to be new problems that come from it. And if you are someone who doesn't do well with problems and doesn't embrace the suck, you're going to be in a world of hurt, because you're expecting it's only leading to happiness. And then when you get hit with that first bill or the first, upset or the first assignment, you're going to be like, this sucks, and tuck tail and run. As opposed, if you have the mindset that I chose these problems, I chose this suckiness because it is leading to my happiness. And if you have that mindset, the suckiness doesn't seem as sucky. So that's my DBA message for the day. I was thinking about it this morning when I woke up. I wanted to get you guys content out because, like I said, I've been slacking. So I wanted to give you guys this video. I hope that it helps. It was just something that I was thinking about recently, and I feel like you guys, I know I needed to hear it, so I feel like you guys need to hear it too. If you like this video, obviously give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you want to see more content like this about just little DBA tips and tricks that I honestly speak to my students about all the time. And I feel like a lot of people in life need to hear this certain stuff. So appreciate you guys watching. You guys are in the motto: stay happy, stay healthy, and above all, don't be average. Now go embrace the suck and chase your happiness.